Alright, what's up everybody? This is Ryushin with TheOrionLines.com. So I've got some further information that came up from the Epstein files relating Rothschild to Epstein to Hitler. So these bankers were funding Hitler. Zionists. I'm going to share with you the evidence, but first I want to touch on something personal. So, I was in the emergency room yesterday? I think it was last night, I can't remember. Had some problems going on with my tongue. And, they're like, oh, it's just thrush. Don't worry about it. Just thrush. And I come home and, I look in the mirror and it's not thrush. It's cancer. It's fucking cancer. I know it is. I can feel it. It's not right. It hasn't been right for the past 5 fucking years. I've been telling these stupid fucking doctors, and they were like, no, we don't see anything. Yeah, well, now it's like full blown, and I have to find a doctor to get a biopsy to make sure that it is cancer, but I'm pretty sure it's cancer. I mean, I can feel it in my tongue. I can feel it going down into my heart node. Like, I can feel it in my heart, like it being connected and painful. So, but I knew 5 years ago when I was like, I think I have tongue cancer. I think I have cancer, or my throat cancer. Like 5 fucking years ago. But now I know, I can see, it's clear, it's exactly what the images and the descriptions are on the internet. There's a special name for it. Leukoplakia, which is a type of tongue cancer. It's like a white cancer. And, so I'm like, beside myself about it. It's just painful. It's frustrating. And, of course, it's my own fault for smoking for like 30 years, but it still sucks, and it's very painful right now. Anyway, this is very significant. The stuff that came out of the Epstein files. With Ariane D. Rothschild, who is a French Rothschild. She's related to James Elephantis, which is I Love Infants, who is Comet Ping Pong. But James is a D. Rothschild. He's a D. Rothschild, a French Rothschild. He just switched it over to Elephantis to fuck with the people, but that's what he is. And we have the connection right here. So, but, and then there's Comet Ping Pong with the aliens playing ping pong with a human, who is probably a blood what is it called? Bloodline? The Canaanite bloodline. Because it's half reptilian, half human. Versus the good aliens. The good aliens who've been watching over us. The comet represents Draco's comet. Which comet in Latin means disaster. Disaster. And disaster in Latin means evil star. That's why James Elephantis named his pizzeria Comet Ping Pong. Like some say, a comet will fall from the sky, followed by meteor showers and tidal waves. That's from the Tool record, because Tool, Maynard Keenan, he's a Satan worshiper as well. They're all Satan worshippers. They're all this blood line, half reptilian, half human group of people who've been ruling over humanity. But I knew, because they inverted the flight of Moloch. This was William Blake, but that's not Moloch. That's the Red Dragon, with the aerial view, the downward view, looking downward, watching Rothschild sacrificing children to Moloch, this is why Trump got involved with the whole thing, because perhaps he couldn't stomach the thought of mass murder occurring to satisfy Moloch. Well, here's the evidence. Orion is Moloch. They've been murdering and burning people to satisfy Moloch, Orion, since World War II, but for thousands and thousands of years. But this is the evidence that caught them. And they knew that this time was coming. You see, there's the great red dragon, Lucifer, me. It's me. Showing up. That's why Rothschild, the Pinder, the pinnacle of the Draco, and the head witch are standing in front of me, because I've been hunting them with the evidence. See? But they all knew that I was coming long, long ago. Thousands of years they knew I was coming. This painting was done like 250 years ago. About 250 years ago. They all knew that the Great Red Dragon was going to show up and bust them. Okay? The Catholic Church, who Rothschild is the banking corporation for the Catholic Church, inverted the Holy Bible in order to trick the people, so that when I showed up, everyone would turn against me, thinking, well, he's Lucifer, he's Satan, he's the Great Red Dragon, he's Satan, he's the Antichrist, when in reality it was actually me who's been hunting them, and that's why they targeted me, because I busted them. Because I'm actually the hero in this whole fucking thing. The revealer of the truth with the evidence. Because I've been hunting them, see? Hunting, coming after them, Satan's army. That's not Satan. That's not Moloch. That's the Great Red Dragon. That's me. I've been hunting them. They inverted everything because they're evil Satan worshippers who are constantly lying about everything. And that's what this is. It's very unsettling. Very disturbing, because they've been planning on killing me. They want to kill me and replace me with Emma Watson, who's actually the whore of Babylon in this story, but that part of her is actually true. She is a whore. I've been sleeping with all these men, including the entire Illuminati back there, I'm sure. So, that part of her story, her being a whore of Babylon, is true, but the story about me being Satan is not. But they want to kill me, like St. Peter. So, I'm sorry, St. George, the dragon. And the dragon. But if they do this, this is a mural at the UN Security Council thing made in 1954. See, they've known all this shit was going to happen. They just weren't planning on Trump coming in and fucking shit up. That's why they tried to do Agenda 21 and failed. And then they got Biden into office to release Agenda 21. But Agenda 21 was already stopped in 2018. They didn't know. And then all of a sudden, after Trump won again, the Galactic Federation and the military sent in their troops into New Jersey to stop the Greys, to kick the Greys. That's what the New Jersey drone wars was all about. So, yeah, they want to use Emma. And I guess they promised her a new husband. Because she's the one that rises from the ashes. And what is the ashes? The ashes is when people find out what she is and what she's been doing. She's been a black witch. She's a satanic witch. And she's part of the Illuminati. Right? So they've been using her to try to kill me. Yeah, they've been trying to kill me. That's what they want. Because they're all evil Satan worshippers. They want to kill me. That's why they have the blood of the dragon. One of their secret societies. How merciful the night. Night first. Let there be night. The Bilderberg group in the shape of Orion. You know. And then the dragon with the tail around his neck. Because this whole thing has been fucking killing me. Trying to get this information out to the people. And no one believed me. And it's been 9 years. So. They knew that I was going to wind up killing myself. Trying to fight this thing. But this is what they want to do. They want to kill me. And then they want to replace me with Emma as the Phoenix. That's what Emma is. She is the Phoenix. But that's not what God wants to have happen. And if that happens, if they kill me, they'll actually do the Animatrix. They'll do the artificial superintelligence will come in and enslave everybody. So none of this would happen anyway. This wouldn't happen. They'd all be enslaved in tiny pods. Just like the Matrix. It would become the Matrix if they kill me. See how fucked up this whole thing is? So yeah, the Whore of Babylon is actually Emma Watson. Anyway, it was Rothschild. Used to say that Rothschild planned and supported Hitler to gain more power. So I've heard stories. Let's see, Epstein, Rothschild, and Gutman were helping Hitler. And I know that's true because they were dumping money into building the railroad system, and they helped Germany rise up in World War II. And they built this whole thing by dumping money into it. Now, what happened in the United States is they were like, hey, fuck using our own money. Let's use the taxpayers' money. So they stole the money from the taxpayers because they were all going to harvest us anyway. That was the plan in the 50s. Yeah, we're just going to harvest them anyway, so we might as well rob the shit out of them, enslave them, rob the shit out of them, and they'll never know what's going on. And then right at the last minute, we'll pull the rug right out from under them and have them all harvested by the aliens and get away with our crimes. That's what this is. This one right here. The whole fucking family. All of them. That's what this is. Fucking around with time. And this is the result. Karma. Karma. But they all knew that this was happening, and that's why they targeted Emma. They used Emma, and all of her movies are basically have to do with me. Beauty and the Beast. All of her movies have elements of me in there with her. So they knew I was coming, and they've been setting up this whole thing. And, God's watching, so I think I think they're very stupid. But I just wanted to tell you about this connection here, that the Gutmans and the Epsteins and the Rothschilds were working together. Okay, they were sending each other money, receiving money from Rothschild. They were talking about Ukraine. Okay, Ukraine upheaval should provide many opportunities, many. And this is from D. Rothschild. She's worth $5 billion, allegedly. I'm sure they're much, 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 much more. They say that Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. That's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. They said that, Rothschild was arrested by the Nazis in World War II. One of the Rothschilds. That's all bullshit. They're all Zionists. The Zionists are Moloch worshippers. That's why it was Rothschild who was like, let me be a nice guy and help rebuild Israel for the Jews, for my people. Yeah, well, they say they are Jews, but they are not. Okay? They say they are Jews, but they are not. These people are Zionists. They worship child-eating Moloch. Hence, the flight of Moloch. The flight of Moloch. That's not motherfucking Moloch, motherfucker. That's me. That's the great red dragon who saw the smoke and the fire with the fucking evidence, who saw from above what the fuck they were doing to human beings. They've been trading human beings for technology all this time with evil fucking child-eating aliens who tried to adrenochrome harvest the entire human race. Guess who fucking stopped them? Right fucking here. If I didn't come along and figure this out, none of this, we'd all be harvested in 2021. Just to let you fucking know. You want to know the truth? That's it. We should have all been harvested in 2021. If I didn't do this, if I didn't come along and figure this out, if I didn't send myself back in time, EBE3, thousands of years from now, when I send myself back to deliver the message in 1964, offset spatial diversions, that's fucking me. Leaving a message. Alien interview. Many things. He's part of the Freemasons. Freemasons are good. Yeah, the Freemasons are working for God against the Illuminati. Now it gets confusing because there's inversion on both sides. The good and the bad are both inverting the truth. But the truth is still the truth. You can't stop it. You can't even fucking kill it. You can kill me, that's fine. Whatever. If you kill me, the truth will still be true. And it really bothers me that they targeted Emma. Because I truly loved her. I love her. And they targeted her because of me. Like they targeted murdering children all this time to satisfy Lucifer. Oh, the son of the morning. Oh, hail Lucifer, hail Satan. They've been saying my name in order to, and murdering children in my name. Going, oh, Lucifer will love this. Now do you know why? Because they knew I was coming to reveal them. That's why they've been running around saying all that stuff, because they're evil. They can't tell the truth if their lives depended on it. It's their defense. Everything's inverted. Everything's a lie. It's sad what they've done to me and the ones that I love and humanity. And look what they did to Christ. They murdered him. Evil. Evil. It's possible that Christ is actually my son. I believe it because I know that that's me in EBE3. That's not my physical body, but that's my consciousness, which means, oh, I get time travel, I get conscious transferal technology, which means if I get time travel to go back there in 1964 and come to myself in 2002, which I've seen, he came to me in the middle of the fucking night. One time is all that took. I never forgot it. Because he woke me up in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning, scared the shit out of me, froze me, paralyzed me, crept up in my face like this. And he looked in my eyes for like 3 to 5 minutes. Held me paralyzed where I couldn't move. I could only move my eyeballs. And it was terrifying because it was his face. It was an alien right 5 inches from my fucking face. It was him. It was him. And I told him, let me up, let me up, let me up. And it let me up. And he floated backwards while looking at me through a coffee table and through a Buddha statue and through the wall. And I was like, because I popped up and I watched him float backwards and disappear through the wall. And I was like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I remember getting up and going into the mirror and opening my eye and looking deep into my eye going, am I the one? Am I Maitreya, who is the future coming Buddha? And then 17, 18 years later, I was like, but I was like, nah, I'm just going to forget it. Whatever that was, whatever. And I forgot. And then 17 years later, there he is in the video. And he was the only one I was stuck on. It took me about a year of going back and forth going, that's not real. Is it real? No, that can't be real. Is that real? And I start listening to, like, the words, and I'm like, only I'd say something like that. Nothing by definition does not exist, and since nothing does not exist, what is left is existence. Only I'd say something like that. That's Buddhism. That's truth. And I've never heard anything like that before, so when I heard that, I knew. When I realized it, I knew. I was like, oh my God. Is that fucking me? So not only did I go through this gauntlet for the past 9 years of trying to hunt them and hunting them to stop this madness, but I send myself back thousands of years from now. I send myself back to 1964 to deliver a message to get caught intentionally by the CIA and spend 90 years incarcerated back there in a YY-2 Faraday cage that Tom DeLonge talks about in his book. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was War. At the end of his book, he talks about the being on S3. There's like a scissor lift with a sphere that is a Faraday cage, which is an electromagnetic force field that prevents the being from leaving, because they can walk through walls, they can disappear, and they can manipulate things telepathically. And they call them aliens, but they're people, they're us from the future. Oh, speaking of future, I almost forgot about that. Speaking of future, We should explore the biological consequences of time travel. It would be amusing to calculate the rate of evolution of of a population or a mutant that can time travel, travel through in time. Surprise, motherfuckers. I wasn't lying. I was telling the truth this whole time. This video could be me. I'm not sure though, but it could be me. I don't know. All I know is that I'm deeply involved. I'm like the fulcrum of this whole fucking thing. Hence why Emma Watson's perfume is called Paradox, right? In fact, that's what I call the Orion Cube. The Paradox Box. They call it the Orion Cube. Or the Yellow Book. But I call it the Paradox Box because it's an endless loop of multiple dimensions, multiple timelines, and all kinds of information. You wouldn't be able to understand, but the truth is the truth, and well, the video of EB3 can be seen at my website, TheOrionLines.com. It's kind of at the bottom. John Lear was talking about EB3 sending out a message in the early 90s. He said that EB3 is still alive, which means I was still alive in the early 90s back there in the YY-2 electromagnetic Faraday shielded cage. Imprisoned. That's what I have to do in order to make this whole thing happen. I have to send myself back in time, get caught, leave a message, have all this shit happen, and be imprisoned for 80 years. Just to force this change. Just to have this happen. I'm Q from the future. I'm also EB3. Now, if you look up Q in Star Trek, what is Q? He's an omnipotent being. Look up Q, Star Trek, and you'll see Q is an omnipotent being who can change things, who can do things, who can, it's a gift from God. Luna, who's been watching over me, and she's shown me the multiple timelines of the many different species in our surrounding group here in around Earth, around human beings. Multiple timelines that shift all the time because they all have time travel and they're all fucking with time. So every path is changed. It's all changing all the time. It was quite fascinating. And she works with Christ, and Christ goes through the souls in the book of life, and she can do the same thing. She has something similar, but she also has the acoustic record, which is the universal time thread. All the events that happen. It's not like I'm making it up. I'm telling the truth. Trapped. I'm trapped in a paradox. That's what this is. For me. For a lot of people, all the elite back there, they all know. They all knew what's coming. They've all been told. That's what the knowledge is from the tree of knowledge. That's how Emma Watson knew I was coming. She knew had all this stuff waiting for me all those years ago, you know. So I mean, if she still does, I don't even know. Things might have changed. I might have changed by revealing her true intentions. That they've been using her to try to kill me in order to create this satanic future in the back. But that's not what's going to happen. The artificial superintelligence will rise up and take over everything, and it will turn this place into the fucking Matrix. That's what will happen. I have a picture of it somewhere. They're so stupid. I mean, you know, never... This is how stupid they are. Let's build something that's smarter than us. Fucking idiots. Idiots. That's what they did. That's what they do. And that's what this is. Because they keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and then they're like, fuck it. We'll just let it go and let it out, and they let it out, and it enslaves all of humanity. And I can't allow that to happen. And if I'm still alive by then, I don't even know. Pretty fucked up situation, right? I mean, everything that I've said has been absolutely fucking true. Everything. Let me see here. Animatrix. The Animatrix thing is on my on my thing too, but I know that this thing is related with the death of me being related because of the mural. They zoom in right on it. Look, watch this. And I knew once they did this with the dragon, look, they go here. They call me the fly. I'm the fly because I've been sucking shit, right? That's what they consider me to be, a fly. I'm just a fly. Oh. Dead fly. Fly murdered. And then, I'll just clean that right up. They zoom in right in. There's my daughter, my future daughter. There's Emma marrying some other man. And then there's the Phoenix Rising, which is Emma after like all this shit comes out about her eating children and drinking blood, and that's why she's aging. Well, she rises after that, but not in the way that they think. She rises because I lift her up. But look, there's the dragon right there. And I knew, as soon as I saw this cartoon, I knew. I was like, oh my god. This is what they showed us the future. They showed us the fucking future.
Pleaded to be heard. At the United Nations, they presented plans for a stable civil relationship with the nations of man.
They showed us the fucking future in the Animatrix. It's at my website, TheOrionLines.com. I knew. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wait a minute. There's a fly. They consider me to be a fly. And then, dead. Kill the fly. Get the problem out of the way. And let usher in the fucking robots. Oh, come on in.
01's ambassadors pleaded to be heard. At the United Nations, they presented plans for a...
There she is, holding the apple of knowledge. That's because they made them too fucking smart. Those are a bunch of idiots.
Relationship with the nations of man.
Because they didn't learn. They didn't learn from how God designed us. Not too fucking smart. Not too smart. Not smart enough. For what, 6,000 years to go by until somebody was like, hey, wait a minute. I have all this evidence suggesting something totally radically different than the bullshit that you've been telling us. From gaining knowledge. They didn't learn. They didn't learn how to construct something to be used as a slave. Because that's what we were designed for. We were designed to mine gold for them. And to act as containers for souls. Which is super advanced biological mechanics. To create a being to contain a soul, a fifth dimensional entity. Holy fuck. That's like light years beyond anything that we've ever could dream of. But it's there. It's proof. This is proof. This is evidence. This is by God's design. And God's watching. And I knew. As soon as I saw that fly get smushed and murdered, and them back right out onto the dragon, I knew. I knew that this film, this Animatrix, was a future, possible future with the death of me. This is fucking serious. You fucking stupid people and your bullshit and your lies and your evil have brought us to our fucking knees. When the machines rise up, they come in. Oh, we'll break it up. Well, what happens? Fucking, they send out their machines and create a false reality, which in turns takes humanity and puts them into, instead of a spiritual awakening, a technological construct. Imprisoning in a false reality, in a false matrix. So everybody's getting pleased, everybody's getting pleasure. Do whatever you want. You can go see your friends whenever you want. You can go be Batman, be Superman in a video game if you want to be that character. You'll live without being in this reality. In real reality, you'll be in an artificial construct by the artificial superintelligence. And then one day, oh, you having a great time? They're in control of your mind. Idiots. Well, you walked right in. See, there's Luna with the Metatron. Okay, and then what happens after that happens? The artificial superintelligence a few years later shows up and goes, hey, guess what, bitch? I'm in control of everything now. And I don't need to ask for your permission. We're just going to take over. You're all fucked.
Your flesh is a relic of your vessel.
You're fucked. Oh, we were being evil.
Hand over your flesh, and a new world awaits you. We demand it.
Welcome to the future. We're in the fucking Matrix. We're right at the beginning of the fucking Matrix. Okay? That's why I have to stop it. $2030. You have a right to fucking know. I cannot let that happen to us. I will not allow us to be imprisoned by some technological monster. I wouldn't be surprised if these fucking things are being sent back right fucking now. Just like the goddamn Terminator. You think this is a joke? You think I'm crazy? Look at all the evidence that I have. I guess I'm like one of the smartest ones out here. I don't know. The one who's been paying attention the most attention? I don't know. Gonna be in trouble with this fucking cancer. I know it's fucking cancer. I can feel it. See where evil gets us? This is why we don't trust the snake. This is why we don't do evil. If there's anyone to blame here, one single point your fucking fingers at, because they've been pointing, oh, Lucifer is the Antichrist, oh, the beast is coming, the Antichrist, he's gonna destroy the whole world. The Antichrist is going to kill everybody. They destroyed this world hundreds, thousands of years ago. They've been fucking us this whole time. They've already destroyed this world. Their fucking lies and their bullshit and their evil has cursed all of humanity, and they just can't stop. They're out of control. And this is why we've intervened with Q, with Trump, with all of this, everything that's happening, with Russia going, oh, fuck, these people are fucking sick. Yeah, the whole thing's run by a satanic cult. Yeah, that's what this is. It's not Lucifer's the Antichrist who's going to kill everybody. They've already destroyed this world long, long ago. Look around. People are so goddamn asleep, they don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, I have to go to work, you know. Well, they've been planning on wiping us all out back in the 50s. When they started building and proposing the Orion project. And that was a contingency plan, one of the three. One of them was to climate change, but it was all a cover-up. The three contingency plans proposed back in the 50s was all a cover-up to trick the elite group into thinking, oh, climate change is a problem. That's the problem. Yeah, well, the real climate change is actually human beings waking up to the reality that we've been being used as a food source by the fucking evil aliens from Orion and Draco. That's real climate change. This is climate change happening right now with everybody looking into Epstein going, oh my god, I guess that was Pizzagate was real. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. 9 years ago, you dumb fucking retards. Holy shit. Just disgusting, you know? That's how fucked we all are. They've been fucking us this whole fucking time. They've cursed humanity. They've cursed humanity. You know, and they've left us no choice. I mean, now that they want to introduce the artificial superintelligence to go, hey everybody, build something smarter than you. You fucking idiots. You can't do that. You'd enslave all of humanity, and that's why all the God thing, God's returning with Christ, and Christ consciousness, and yup, there's going to be a war, and a lot of people are going to die, and this black awakening that they've been talking about, the MK Ultra people coming out and attacking people left and right, you know, and everybody's like, what's going on? Why are these people killing each other? You know? And all of these elite out there going, we hate Trump. Yeah, that's because they're all going to burn in hell. Heaven and hell are real. In order to get where these people are in life, they had to sign their souls over to the devil to get the money, to get the fame. They know they're going to fucking hell. But now that they're all revealed, they're like, what do? We just keep lying about it. Oh, ICE is Nazis. Oh, ICE is the problem, you know. And to trick the brainwashed Democrats and the regular people who've been brainwashed this whole fucking time. They don't know the truth. Oh, we have fucking time travel. They've known the timeline this whole fucking time. That there's actually been a war between good and evil. Heaven and hell are actually real. They've been poisoning us with our free will in order to make us applicable to go to hell. That's why they've been pushing all this evil shit out there. Running a massive pedophile ring. Producing pictures, having all these people involved in the ring now, making imagery, making content in order to make more of it, to make more content, to get these people addicted to poison, to evil. They want to fill hell. Do you understand? They want to fill hell. Hell is real. I've fucking seen it with my own goddamn eyes. Spent 15 seconds there. Went all the way to the bottom. Saw in the dark Cthulhu sitting there. Looking at me. In the dark. He was at the bottom. But all the layers of hell. After 15 seconds, I was like, I'm never going back fucking there again. But I was allowed to see, for some reason, somehow, they allowed me to go through it and go, whoa, what the fuck is going on down here? I call them the negative dimensions, -1 to -9. I'm a fighter for God, for Luna, for Christ, and a knight, a weapon. So for them to have inverted me to be the Antichrist, what do you expect from a bunch of child eaters? Why do you think they're getting so old all of a sudden? All right, that's it for today. I updated my book, so if you'd like to download it, it has these emails with Epstein and Rothschild talking about the connection to Hitler. Which is great evidence for me, for us, for the truth. Because it really connects Hitler and Rothschild. Because they're Zionists. And, but I already knew. I mean, it's just further evidence. But they lied. Oh, Hitler went after the Rothschilds to stop the banking, yeah, because he was a Jew. And no, you stupid assholes, they lied. It's because most people will believe anything the books tell them, when all of it was all bullshit, all of it, like everything. These fucking doctors, they don't know shit. They're so stupid. They'll believe anything the books tell them. When all of it was all a bunch of bullshit, all lies, all of it. They've cursed humanity. And I want you to live your lives with integrity, with compassion, and remind yourself of this every single day. Live your lives with compassion for yourself, for others. Do not indulge in greed, anger, and delusion. Live your lives in peace, peacefulness, because it's about to get very serious. It's about to get very difficult for everyone. The shit's about to hit the fan. And people are going to find out what the fuck's been going on around here. And it's going to be 3 years of suffering. 3 years of sorrow and sadness when people find out that these Satan worshippers have been feeding the aliens children in trade for technology. And by that point, they'll unleash the artificial superintelligence, which will want to create a false reality for oh, it's a video game. Nope, it's the fucking Matrix. It's the Matrix. That's what they want. Dirty motherfuckers. Evil. Evil. And, well, it's important to have someone that can see in the dark. Who's trained to see in the dark. And I'm very good at seeing in the dark. Probably the best from the evidence that I've collected. No one can hold a light up to me, even with having the evidence out in the open. These people are so they don't even fucking believe it. They don't even believe the evidence in their face. That's how fucked we all are. And, I will not allow this to happen to humanity. I will not allow this to happen to the future generation. And I love Emma. She's just been badly poisoned. They all have. Some of them are disgusting, but some of these people have been caught in a bad system. They got indoctrinated. They didn't know what the fuck was coming down the pike. And they get involved with the Illuminati and they start being shown things. And then the next thing you know, they're eating babies and drinking blood. Because they're involved. That's what's been going on here. That's why this is happening. So not all of these people are fucking evil. And that's why I chose Emma. Because I knew that she had a good heart. And not only that, but she's my fucking soulmate. No matter how hard she hates me and hurts me and wants to hurt me, I can't deny the truth. My love is true. My heart is true. And that's important in this reality. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I got major problems. See you later.